Hello all, I hope you're well. Welcome back to another video where I'll be talking about my first half of week 32 of 2024. Just to clarify, that's the 5th of August, which is the Monday, to the 7th of August, which is the Wednesday. So once again, I failed to take any notes because I thought I'd remember everything, but I'm probably going to forget some shit. So let me try and remember. So last week I said that my goal for this next half week, which I've just experienced, was to keep track of more stuff and maybe do a run if my legs felt better. My legs don't feel that great, so I didn't go on a run, but I have been tracking my food and activity. So I'm actually going to refer to that now to see if maybe it'll help me like kickstart my memory. So according to this document here, I woke up at fucking 9:20 on Monday, out of bed, had some porridge, and went to training. I was a little bit late. I started at 11:30. My very good friend was actually there, who usually doesn't do the morning classes as he's working. But today he had the day off because he's going to New York. So how lovely was that? So yeah, jumped in the class and it was all right. I made a note here on here that said I should have eaten a little earlier as I could feel a little, I guess I'm not bloated, but just a little bit full still. And I marked my attentiveness 6 out of 10. So, not great. Maybe that's because I had sugar in the morning and I just felt shit, or maybe I'm just retarded. Either or. Cardio didn't feel, yeah, I remember that. So yeah, my cardio on Monday really didn't feel up to scratch. I am a lot heavier than I usually am, but I'm not mad at it because it all seems to be in muscle, in lean muscle. So I'm feeling good when I look in the mirror, but I'm usually like 73, 74 kg. I'm now 77 kg just in the last few weeks. It's crazy what good genetics and a heartbreak will do to you. I'm starting to look like fucking Batman. If I get any more muscly, I'm gonna... Alright, I'll stop piping myself up now. But, yeah, so my weight is a lot higher at the moment and my cardio is a little bit down. I'm feeling pretty fucked in the last little bit of rounds, which is not good. And I also haven't done a run in over a week now. But my last run was one of my worst times ever, 21 minutes. So... a few weeks ago I was getting 19:50 or 20 minutes on the dot. Now I'm a whole minute slower, which is not good. I think I might be able to do a run in the next 4 days because my legs are feeling better, but we will see. I'm not sure if it's the runs that are fucking my legs up or if it's jiu-jitsu or something else. I've got like a bruising pain on the bone of my upper shin on my right leg, which bothers me a lot during training when I'm wrestling and stuff. It fucking hurts. And yeah, and walking for a while was feeling a little bit dodgy. Very minor, you know, not it's not like actually, I wouldn't go as far to say as it's painful, except the bruising on the upper shin is painful. But I wouldn't go as far as say as walking is painful. It just feels slightly uncomfortable and not exactly natural at the moment. But yeah, enough about that. So the training was good. Well, it wasn't good, but as I said, my cardio felt a bit shit. I wasn't that attentive. The coach taught a arm drag. Oh yeah, an arm drag from like a half guard high knee shield when they're trying to push into you, and it's something he actually showed me that in a private as well with him. I haven't quite understood the mechanics yet. I'm not ready to use it in live rounds, but it's cool, and I'd like to maybe expand on it in my own time. I forgot to mention too, my partner of the day was one guy who he's really cool. He trained at the other gym where I sort of started getting serious about jiu-jitsu, and he knew me ever since I was like 15, and I've just turned 22 the other day, so I've known him for a long time, and it's really cool to like roll with him and train with him through my whole journey. And he used to like train fucking wrestling in Cuba. He's a hardcore motherfucker, and yeah, he still destroys me. But I feel like he says I'm getting stronger. You get really strong. I was like, oh really? He still destroy me though. But yeah, he's great to roll. He's a huge guy, and he could absolutely squash me. But he's nice when he rolls, and they're very enjoyable. Let's see. So then I came home. I think I may have had a coffee. No, I don't think I did. Came home around 3:20. I had a spaghetti bolognese and 3 small packs of M&Ms. My friend got me 2 small packs because he knows that I usually have the family pack, but obviously they probably weren't available. He got me 2 small packs, and my dad's girlfriend's mum got me another small pack. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna have all 3 at once. I put them in a bowl, and then I couldn't finish it because I got sick. So didn't finish that. And a coffee as well as the M&Ms. And yeah, then I had a big gap. I was basically winding down for the day. What did I do? Oh, I think I went to go and visit my nan in hospital, and I would have met my uncle and his girlfriend there, who were very complimentary of my new hairstyle. Very good. And yeah, nice to see them. Nice to see my nan again. It's been a few days since I visited my nan. I've been pretty bad, so happy to see her today, or on Monday. It's currently Thursday when I'm talking from this now. But yeah, saw her, came home, had another coffee at 9 p.m. And I think I just fucked around on the computer for a bit, and I decided I was going to go downstairs and try to get the hang of some more exercises, because I want to be able to hit every single muscle, or every single major muscle in the body with dumbbells. So I'm starting to learn lots of work. Obviously I'm pretty alright with most, but you know, there's some sort of more specific ones that if somebody asked me to go slow on the technique, I wouldn't be able to. So for example, I've never liked skull crushers, ever, but it just makes my elbows feel really weird. So I was finding other ways to hit the tricep, and I found one I really like. Yeah, just doing some weights downstairs. I think I put myself for an arm workout. Yeah, I did. Put myself for a small arm workout whilst I boiled some eggs, something to eat at the end of the day. And yeah, I feel like I hit my arms well, because my arms have only just stopped aching today. As I said, it's the Thursday and that was on the Monday, so I must have hit them nicely. Yeah, with my new weights that I got for my birthday. So yeah, I had 4 hard-boiled eggs, 2 slices of toast at 10:30, and went to bed not long after that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, since Monday I've been restricting my music intake. Keyword restricting, not banning. The original idea was to ban. I listened to just a podcast all the way to training on the Monday and all the way back, and every time. I think I drove to the hospital in silence because I got sick of the podcasts. I've been listening to Dr. Mike and Chris Williams on Modern Wisdom. I've also been listening to Joe Rogan and Lex Friedman talk to each other. I know they both have massively successful podcasts, but I just wanted to hear them talk to each other. And yeah, I mean, podcasts are great, and I have forgotten that, because my go-to is definitely music, and I haven't listened to podcasts much, and I do enjoy them. But sometimes you just want music, man. Monday, I really, really wanted to listen to music. Tuesday, I really wanted to listen to music. I think I allowed myself to listen to 2 songs when I was leaving the gym on Tuesday, because I did well, and I really wanted to listen. And then after that, it was back to podcasts. And Wednesday I let it slip a little bit, but I'll get there when I get there. But I'm just letting you know, I restricted my music intake, and I really miss music, and I really wanted to listen to it. And thinking without, like, just having peace and quiet and just having time to think, what has been interesting. It's not like you immediately get $1 million ideas as soon as you have peace and quiet, but I've had some interesting thoughts that I probably wouldn't have had on music. Um, I've been thinking about different ways of drilling jiu-jitsu, um, and my next direction in life, which I'm obviously thinking about anyway, but thinking about it with no distractions is it's quite nice. So yeah, I was thinking as well, like I should probably try to remove something of my life every month and just go, what, say for example, I don't know, sugar would be really hard. But say for example, sugar or music like I'm doing now, but not for a month. Porn would be probably a good one. Just things like that, removing shit like that for a month out of my life. Um, Maybe I won't do strictly sugar, but maybe just things like chocolate. And yeah, I don't really eat sweets. I find sweets, I've always found them disgusting. Just the idea of them, it's just like gelatine shit. Like, fuck it, I hate that. That's not appetizing to me in the slightest. But chocolate, I love chocolate. If I take a month off of chocolate, see how I am, then maybe I'll lose my craving. And yeah, I might do that. Might do that. I've never done that, so maybe I'll try that. Wait till next month though. Lol. Um, so yeah. Anyway, a little bit of a rant there, but you know, you come to expect these by now if you're a regular watcher. Um, so yeah, Tuesday. So I went to sleep at around 12:30, or maybe even earlier, because I have been good with sleep recently. 12:30, and I woke up at 10, which was not good. I missed training on Tuesday morning, and I didn't train Tuesday at all. Not great. I had 6 hard-boiled eggs with 3 slices of toast and a coffee at 11:30, and I think, what did I do for that day? You know, I went to visit my nan again, but that wasn't quite yet. I just messed around the computer for a bit. I felt, oh yeah, that's right. I looked into some personal training stuff, and I replied to the personal training lady. I'm sure I've mentioned this, but basically, I submitted a video as a part of my qualification, and she said, this video is great, it's perfect, exactly what we're looking for, but you need to redo it because you're not wearing shoes and it's unsafe. So I replied saying, look, I recorded this in my home, a home that I've lived in for 13 years, where 99% of the time I'm barefoot, and I'm yet to have an accident. That is, I mean, I feel like that was my dad and my nan said it was an aggravated response and it's going to aggravate them. But it's like, look, if you give me fucking ridiculous shit, I'm going to respond ridiculously. It's fucking ridiculous. You're seriously going to make me do that whole video again? You're going to make me have to bother somebody else to be in a fucking video all over again, do exactly the same thing just with shoes on. Obviously, I would be wearing shoes if I was in a gym. Obviously. It's just stupid. It's so dumb. As soon as I thought it couldn't get any fucking dumber, they just surprised me. And that really fucking annoyed me when I read that email on my birthday, of all days. I said, look, that's the email I sent, and then I texted the lady. I was like, look, I know you only work on Tuesday and Friday, so please respond to the email today, as it was a Tuesday. And she actually replied pretty quick after that text, so I might send a text every time I email her, because my God, soon it would be almost a year since I fucking paid these cunts. And yeah, sure, I went travelling, and my replies haven't been the best always, but fuck me, she definitely isn't fault-free. Fucking hell. Shit, she's been absolutely diabolical. And I've asked for a new, like, private, because you're assigned, like, personal teachers that, like, mark your work. And it's only one. And I've asked for a new one, like, and they won't give me one. And this lady's just shit. Honestly, so shit. Anyway. So I replied to that email, and I looked into doing personal training without a qualification. That thought came to me when I was in the car, and yeah, I mean, online it says it's a really bad idea. There's lots of blogs written about it, but those blogs are written by companies that sell these qualifications, so obviously they're biased. I know people that don't have qualifications or insurance and they still run it, and they're fine. And I know lots of personal trainers that are qualified and they've never used their insurance. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go for it. I mean, I'm going to have qualifications and insurance soon anyway. I've got friends that are doing this. They have no intention of getting qualifications and they're still doing it. I'm going to get qualifications, but I need to start sooner than later because I'm losing a lot of money right now, which is embarrassing because I'm very privileged and my cost of living is already fucking super low and I still can't even make enough money to live. It's fucking embarrassing. I did the maths. If I do like three £30 PTs a day, that's like £25,000 a year if I work 6 days a week. And you know, that's all right. Many people tell me £30 per session is not enough, but to be honest, that's what I'm comfortable charging right now as I'm a beginner. I will up the prices when I get more experience and I expand my skill set. But I feel like that's a good price entry, especially if I ask around here. I feel like I'd get a lot of clients at £30 an hour. Currently, my only client I have right now is 25, and that's super low. My friend charges like 55, and you know, people pay it, man. It does surprise me, but I suppose it surprises me because I'm viewing it from my perspective, where I wouldn't pay £55 for a once a week PT. Yeah. But I suppose obviously a lot of people earn a lot more than me and they do shit like that. Anyway, where was I? So the middle of Tuesday. So yeah, did that and then I actually went to visit my nan in hospital again, and luckily she was leaving today. So she's been in hospital for like 19 days. So she was very happy to leave. I took some of her bags, but my dad was going to come after me and actually drive her home. I took her heavy bags, put them in my car. Then I drove to my PT's client's house, took him for a workout. He didn't really feel like it today. I hate it when he doesn't feel like it because it just feels shit. You know, it just feels really weird. Like I can tell that he doesn't want me to be there, but he's paid me and he works with my dad, so he feels like he can't cancel me. But yeah, I don't know. I gave him an opportunity to get out. I remember before I left travelling, he said that he'll probably just get a membership at a gym and carry on there. But then when I landed, he was asking my dad when I was ready to start up again. So I was like, what? I gave you an out, and he kind of gave me the vibes that he wasn't enthusiastic about it. But yeah, he asked for me to come back, so it's up to him, man. We'll see. But yeah, my confidence got a little bit knocked that day on Tuesday with my personal training. I just didn't prepare very well, and I turned up, and you know, he was teaching me fucking techniques, which is embarrassing. And he knows that I'm new. He knows that he's my first and only client, and obviously he's paying me really low for PTs. So it's all right, but it's not. It's not okay. And I don't even have a fucking program for him. And I realised that on the way home. Like I need to set a program with this guy. I need to set goals to work towards every day. Because we're just like fucking moving weight around and going home. We're not warming up. We're not cooling off. You know, it's fucking. It's interesting. But yeah. Anyway. If I'm more prepared and I actually become more organised, then that won't be an issue. So it's quite a simple solution, luckily. Before going home, I stopped off at my nan's house to give her the bags. She was now home. I was at the PT's house for maybe just short of an hour and a half. He made fun of my new hairstyle. And yeah, wasn't too bad. Dropped the bags off. My nan and my dad started immediately nagging me as soon as I walked in the door, so I just left pretty shortly because I was hungry. I needed to go and make dinner. And yeah. Before I left, I had 3 bowls of Cheerios and a coffee before I went to the hospital to see my nan. Then did the PT. I'm reading off my food activity and sleep log right now. And then I was so hungry. I had 2 slices of bread whilst the fucking pasta was boiling. Had a spaghetti bolognese and a big bar of whole nut chocolate, which is really good, by the way. Don't buy it because you become addicted. But yeah, my dad's girlfriend makes batches of bolognese, and this time she's fucking nailed it. It's delicious. I'm really worried when it runs out. It's just gonna, I don't know what she did differently, but it's fucking amazing. So that day I had 9.5 hours of sleep. The Wednesday, what's that? Went to sleep at around 12:30, woke up 7:30, had porridge for breakfast, and I went to the 9:30 pro class. It's pretty rough, but I felt good. Had some good rounds, and the pro class is like lots of specific sparring, like lots of Q&As, and it ends in 2 10-minute rounds. And my coach told me that it's the best I've ever trained, which is nice to hear. We had some great rounds, and yeah, lovely. Then afterwards, I went into the next class of my, well, he is my friend, but he's also a coach. The coach is 11 a.m. class after the 9:30 class. And I sat out of drilling just with my mate, and we chatted a bit. And then after drilling, we stood up to start rolling, but then my friend realised as he stood up, he fucking really hurt his leg, and he only realised when he stood up. So he sat out. But I joined in some good rolls. I think I had about 4 or 5 rolls. They were all right. There's these 2 boys. They must be like 16. I'm not sure if they're twins or not, but they're new to the gym, but they've done jiu-jitsu for a while, and they're like really good. And on Monday I had a round with them, and fucking hell, it was a lot closer than I would have liked. So today I've tried pretty hard, and tapped one, and then the other one almost beat him, but well, neither of us submitted each other. It's embarrassing that I'm saying this about 16-year-olds, but fucking hell, they're great, you know, credit to them. But I can't, if they tap me, I mean, it probably would have been a massive wake-up call, and it was way too close, so that should be a wake-up call in itself. But they're really good, and I remember that on the Wednesday, because I was doing quite well with everyone. Then I came home, and I was really fancying the 500 grams of minced beef with scrambled eggs. Today it was only 5 scrambled eggs, because I couldn't fit 6 in the cup to whisk it. So I had that with a big bar of the whole nut Cadbury's and a coffee, and that was good. I felt pretty good. Then I was messing around on the computer for a bit. I was trying to think of a reason to play Minecraft, and I was going to record one of the episodes talking about travelling, as I haven't completed that whole series yet. But my phone where I took the notes was out of charge, so I decided not to. I think I just fucked around on YouTube. Not good. Went on a dog walk. That was lovely. With no phone, obviously no music, because I'm restricting the music at the moment. And I thought a lot about jiu-jitsu, wrestling chains that I can start drilling with my friends, some systems. I also thought a lot about the dog that we just lost, unfortunately. Because of course, usually I'm walking with 2 dogs, now I'm just with 1, which is very sad. But yeah. And then once I got back, got in my car to leave for training again. I told my friend from the restaurant that I'll train with him at his gym, not his gym, but the gym that he trains at. And yeah, I actually felt really good. I felt strong. Didn't feel like I'd trained before, so I fucking hell, I trained like oh, I've marked this wrong here. So that was until 9. So I trained for 4 hours yesterday. 4.5 hours. It's pretty good. 4.5 hours yesterday, and ate like a tank. And yeah, sorry, the classes. Wait, what? No. So yeah, hold the phone. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fog. What did I eat? Oh yeah, porridge and Nutella. That's probably why. Yeah, so on the way to training, my second training of the day, I was like, fuck it, I'm listening to the Childish Gambino album, because I just really wanted to. And it was pretty awesome, very enjoyable, very stimulating. My dopamine receptors were on, they're super sensitive, on fire. And yeah, what can you do? Training was good. It was actually, it's funny, I've quickly become friends with this dude. I met this guy like 2 weeks ago at this same gym. This is my second time back at this gym. Let's call it Lions. I literally can't even remember what the real name is, but just for privacy, I'll just call it Lions Gym. Went there once. I picked up the new training clothes off my friend who wanted me to wear it in a competition. Picked those up, and then he kneed me in the face and gave me a black eye. I just happened to bump into that guy last Saturday at another gym that I just decided to try out because it was close by and they had an open mat, we'll call it Snake's Gym. Not that they're a bunch of snakes or anything. Snake's Gym. And bumped into him like, oh shit, what's up, man? And he was like, yo, yo, yo. And he said, oh, come back to the Lions Gym. I'm covering a session on Wednesday. So I came back with also my mate from the restaurant who trains there full time anyway. And I was like, what's up, G? And he started using me as a demo partner, which I could see the people in the room were like, who the fuck is this guy? It's my second time there and they were already using me as a demo. But I probably was one of the best in there. I could fuck them up. I won all my rounds, and I mean, I have a hard round with the coach, but I can beat him. But like in the nicest way, he's a lovely guy, but it makes me realise that I can teach if I wanted to. You know, this guy's teaching a full class in this lovely gym, and I can beat him. Obviously, teaching and fighting is two different things. I mean, they're similar if you're teaching fighting, but great coaches aren't necessarily great athletes or competitors. You can have a lot of great coaches who have never competed in their life. It's hard to think about, but it is true. I've seen many examples. So yeah, I felt good in the training. I felt like I could listen pretty well, and then the rounds went pretty good. They're quite rough in that. They're not intentionally rough. More spazzy is probably, unfortunately, the right word. I got shouldered in the face a few times, but I just fucking picked them up and dumped them on their head. No, not on their head. I put them down nicely. But yeah, good training. Some massive meathead guy, not meathead, but he was huge dude, built of muscle. He was pretty rough and he was trying to grab my clothes. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Ended up triangling that mofo. And every time I had him in like side control, I was like, I could feel him loading up to just grab me and spike my head into the ground just from power. Imagine, yeah. So I was like, well, this guy's crazy. So I just sprawled out. He was bridging like crazy, and then I gave him top position, but immediately sunk a triangle in. Very nice. So yeah, drove home. And when I got home, my dad was asking where I was. I was like, I was training, what's up? And he's like, I need you to go and sleep at Nan's for the night because she just got back from hospital and they've taken her off her meds. And he wanted someone to look after her. So I was like, fine, I'll do that, whatever. But my ingredients were going to go out of date today. So I decided that I would quickly take my ingredients, drive to my Nan's after showering. Drive to my Nan's and fucking cook there. So I got to my Nan's house at around 10:30, said hello, how are you? Got all the fucking stuff out, kissed her goodbye to bed. She went up to bed and I started cooking this, like, the same thing I cooked the other day, the chicken, onions, supposed to be garlic, but I forgot, creme fraiche and cheese. It's very good. Very messy. Her bin is tiny. I don't know how she lives with such a tiny bin. But yeah, I did my best to clean up. I was worried that the chicken was going to be uncooked, but I feel fine today. And I think it was cooked, so I did test it before. I cut loads up before eating it. And yeah, it was pretty good. No carbs though, so I got some bread instead. I should have had rice. I actually bought rice, but I forgot to bring it with me because I'm an idiot. But yeah, oh yeah, before I left the training, I also had my bank statement come in, and I did my checking because I'm trying to track lots more now because I can't remember what it was, but there was someone's law. Somebody made a law, LAW by the way, not LORE, LAW, where you can't improve anything if you're not tracking it. And I saw that before I left for traveling, and it stayed in my mind a lot. And now I'm taking it pretty seriously. Obviously, I'm tracking my food, activity, and sleep, and I'm also tracking my finances. But luckily, finance is quite an easy thing to track because number one, it's literally numbers, and number two, most people's banks prepare monthly statements for them anyway. So I'm taking all my statements, I'm looking at the money in, the money out, and obviously I know the reasons why, or the big spends, or why this one, or why I haven't been making enough. And this month, well, actually not just, let me look at it now. Obviously I'm not going to show it, but yeah, I had a big yeah, I mean it was a loss this month, even though I've been working lots. Total money in £1,275, which is a lot more than I expected, to be honest. But that was from the restaurant. When I first came home, the restaurant gave me lots of hours. And I've got here, so I've got, I mean, I mark it, you guys might be interested, my axes across the top are the balance at the start, the balance at close, total money in, total money out, the difference of the balance at the start and the balance at close, notes and improvements. And I've got notes for my first statement, which I recorded last month, where I've had a massive loss of £1,694. And the note is big loss coming back from travelling, still paying some rooms and flights and not working whilst I was away that month where it was recorded, and the flights I'm paying for and the rooms that I'm still paying for, even though because I was supposed to go to Australia and I came home early because I was heartbroken. And improvements I've put, which is actually quite funny. I wasn't laughing at the time, but I said the improvements are find out if a girl is a hoe before travelling with them, which is true. It would have saved me a lot of money. But that's what we've got. And my improvements this month, which I wrote yesterday, were I need to look for a new job or start PTing without certification, obviously to make more money so I don't make another massive loss. But yeah, I had a big credit card statement come in yesterday, credit card payment, not statement, and it was way more than I fucking expected. So I opened up the app and I looked at my fucking statements. And I was like, where the fuck has this giant payment come from? And it turns out it was a delayed payment from one of the other flights. So I'm not sure if I did mention this, but coming home, I was trying to book flights the next day because it was all very fucking rushed and sad and quick. But I booked the flights with Kiwi. Fuck you, Kiwi, by the way. Booked flights with these cunts. And they couldn't connect the flights, but they took my money. They couldn't connect the flights. So sorry, we couldn't connect the flights. Didn't work. We'll refund you. And I'm rushing. I'm in a fucking taxi. The guy's driving like a twat. I'm in a rush. It says refund. And then there's one that says like, oh, recommended, highlight, this one. And the other one said bank. I just clicked the recommended one really quickly and it was credit. I was like, oh shit. By this point, I've already booked the next flight with another company because I need to get home. And they credited me the money. I'm like, shit. Because I thought it was, for some reason, I just thought credit, I paid with credit card, go back to credit card. Obviously, I was wrong. I was silly. And I emailed them like, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to click credit, and I've already booked with another company. I need this money to get home, otherwise I'm going to be stuck. Obviously that was a lie because I had more money to survive. But they were like, no, we're not giving it back. And I begged like 3 times, like, please, I need this money. I'm stranded. And they're like, no. I was like, guys, I can't even pay for a flight. I need this fucking money. They're like, no. They're fucking cunts. Fuck you, Kiwi. Fuck you. But now, so I've been credited and I keep that money for 2 years. So now I have to go on holiday with these motherfuckers. So that was that payment, which is like 450 quid or some shit. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go with that money, but it's up to me basically. So yeah, that was a massive loss. That fucking hurt. The difference between my money, my balance at start and balance at close was £500 this month. Minus £500, that is. And yeah, that sucked. But I have been making some cash, like paper cash, through PTing and birthday money. So that isn't recorded, but it still would not make the difference of the £500. So losing money, not fun. I'm looking forward to making money because I haven't made money at the close of a month in a fucking long time. Too long. Ridiculous. Yeah, like this time last year, I was very, like, I think I had maybe almost double the money I have now. So it's not good, guys. It's not good. But yeah, fuck. As soon as I make money, it'll be a little bit nicer. But yeah, where was I? So, oh yeah, talk about last night. So yeah, went to my nan's, made the chicken, and fell asleep on the floor, listening to Joe Rogan and Renato. This is a Brazilian guy who's really funny, shouting at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, the he show's bad for you, man. Boy. And that made me laugh. Fell asleep on my nan's conservatory floor. Woke up, brushed my teeth, went to bed at like 1 in the morning. And yeah, that was it actually. That was that was Wednesday. I feel like I'm missing something out that I didn't mention. I don't think I am. Yeah, that was it, I suppose. The online dating game has been pretty slow. one girl said she wanted to meet up for coffee on Tuesday, and I gave her my number. I was like, hey, text me here if you want. She was like, yeah, let's meet up. But then she didn't. Text me, so I was like, fuck it, I'm not chasing her, so we didn't go. Yeah, it's super slow. I'm still getting loads and loads of matches, but just no one's replying to text. It's really weird. I've got literally almost 20 matches, but none of them are replying. There's one or two of those that I haven't messaged, and I can't be bothered to message because they're not fantastic, so I didn't. But yeah, weird. I know I've watched one of my videos back last week, and I said that I'll delete it tomorrow, which is obviously a lie. Sorry about that, for lying to myself, but yeah, pretty strange. Online dating is weird, but it's fucking addicting, can't lie to you. But yeah, that's really it now. That's been my half of the week. I've been tracking everything, which is good. That was my goal. My goal for the next half week is to... I haven't given this any thought, so I'm just making this up now. Oh. I want to make... How can I measure this? I'm going to study other personal trainers and their activity online and make notes. That's what I'm going to do by Sunday. Study other personal trainers online, make notes, and see what I can replicate and improve. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you all for listening. Have a successful second half of your week.